Oh my god, you guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, hold on, I'm not ready. I need a minute. Wait. Oh my god. Hey there, guys. It's Tina and I'm back. All right. I am settled down. I am ready to announce this. I have a collaboration! I know. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna calm down right now, okay? I am just so excited to finally be able to share this with you guys. I have been holding this in for the last few months. It hasn't been years. It has been since the start of the year, and I am so excited to finally reveal this to you guys and let you know all the details, because I feel like you guys have made this possible for me, and I am so happy to take you along on the journey. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and just say it. I have a upcoming collaboration with ODEN'S Eye Cosmetics. It's my very own eyeshadow palette. Oh my god. All right. So ODEN'S Eye is a newer indie brand on the scene, and they are based out of Sweden. And you've probably heard me mention them here or there on my channel. They've sent me products to test out and try out. Obviously, I wouldn't be accepting a collaboration with a brand that I didn't try out and didn't like their formulation, right? And all the collections and products from the brand are based around goddesses from Norse mythology, which I think is really ethereal and mystical, and it's really beautifully done. So when they reached out to me with their idea for this collaboration, I was like, all right, let's see what we can do here, because I do like their eyeshadow formula. I just think they needed to add a little bit of spunk, and I'm like, that's what I am here for. So I am so excited to share this with you guys. Now, I already showed you guys a little bit of a sneaky peek, but let's go ahead now and do an up close and personal look at the Hummingbird palette, which is my collaboration with ODEN'S Eye. For you guys that don't know, I grew up in Jamaica. I was born and raised, and I love everything tropical. Hence, I am into bold color, and this palette represents a tropical inspiration that is centered around our beautiful hummingbirds, which is my favorite bird, and I grew up around hummingbirds. There was a tree in Jamaica right outside my aunt's house. It's the purple orchid, and hummingbirds love those orchid flowers, and they would just surround that tree, and I would sit on the outside wall under that tree and just watch them. I was just so amazed because they move so fast, okay? But they're so sparkly and like mythical and magical. They're just so beautiful, and they're different from other birds because they can hover and fly backwards. So that to me is so magical. And then their feathers are iridescent, and they are so colorful and sparkly. It just always excited me, and I was always so happy to see them around those flowers. So it brings back beautiful memories of my childhood. So this palette is inspired by hummingbirds and of course my tropical island of Jamaica. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, starting out with the packaging, which is so beautiful. When I saw the final packaging, I was like, oh, this is so stunning. They literally captured my essence on this palette, and they transformed me into this beautiful feathered mythical goddess, and I am so in love with this imagery. And they also took things that were very personal to me and included it in the imagery, like my purple hair in a ponytail. And you guys know I love a good ponytail, and it is purple, but you can't see it right now because it is wet. But they have my purple hair, and they even have my signature gold hoops in this. Like, who doesn't love that? And I tried to replicate the look on the palette on my eyes today, as well as the lips, because they gave me pouty red lips. So this is included on the sleeve of the palette as well as on the palette itself. So it's one and the same. And then on the back of the sleeve, you have all the ingredient details and sizing. Inside you have the palette. Again, the imagery is the same, and the finish is more like a textured matte, so it is not glossy, but you do have some beautiful sparkly details in gold. You have the beautiful hummingbird It is just stunning how this design came together. I really love everything about this. On the back of the palette itself, you have the names of the shades, which we will go through, and then the net weight is 3 grams or 0.45 ounce overall for the 12 shades that are included, and it has an intended usage life of 36 months, which is 3 years. That's a good usage life, right? And the product itself is cruelty free. Now, since they are a Swedish brand, their prices are based in euros, so the palette will retail for 27.90 euros, which converts to about $32 to $35 USD in case you wanted to do a quick conversion. The conversion is of course based on the rate that your bank will allow, but it will be 27.90 euros. And included with the palette, you will get a silk scarf. So that is what I wanted to mention as well. The design flows right into the included silk scarf, and this is so pretty. Do you see how I'm matching right now? I'm matching my top, I'm matching the look. I have my hummingbird necklace and earrings on. Like, I am doing it, okay? I am feeling it. The hummingbird theme is definitely me, so I am so excited. But look how beautiful this is. You see the neon colors of the hummingbird and also my image. I mean, come on, that is stunning. I actually want to go ahead and ask them if I can get the imagery so I can get it framed. Is that too much? That would be too much? Listen, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about the inside because I know you guys are waiting for that. So inside the palette, we have 12 eyeshadows. Now there is a mirror on the side as well as some other beautiful details. And my signature is here. This is handwritten by me. It says Tina inside the palette. But what we're really here for are the 12 eyeshadows. Oh my God. All right. So I am going to go ahead and show you guys swatches of these eyeshadows. I'm going to show you the swatch on my finger, on my arm, and also on my eyelids because I think that will be helpful for you guys just to walk through the shades with me and see how they look on my skin tone. And of course, once this palette is launched, you will see it on a variety of skin tones. So let's go ahead and walk you through the shades. Again, there are 12 included, and we'll start out with the top row, which is the shade Feathers. This is a shimmery, bright lemon green shade with a little bit of a golden sheen to it. This is a beautiful, smooth shimmer shade that can actually translate as a little bit of a satin if you use it lightly. So I have that right now on my eyelids, and it's just blended out lightly in the crease to match the look on the palette. And it translates as more of a satin shade than a high frost shimmer. But if you foil this shade, use it damp, use your finger, or just layer it up on a sticky primer, it's gonna really shine and really be intense and in your face. I named it Feathers because it matches the iridescent lime green of the hummingbird's feathers. Next up is the shade Red Hills, which is a matte red-brown shade. This reminds me of our bauxite-rich soil in Jamaica. We have this really rich red dirt or soil in Jamaica, and it gets everywhere. It's just so rich and intense, and I wanted to have this shade in here to complement the remaining shades. So I have mattes that complement the shimmers and will give you a balanced look. So that's the shade Red Hills. Again, it's a matte, rich red-brown shade. Applies beautifully, layers up well, and you can use it to build up dimension in a look. And then next to that, we have the shade Star Apple, which is a deep eggplant purple shade. Now this shade was included to complement some of the purples in this palette and to help build up dimension. And I named it after my mom's favorite fruit, which is a star apple. This fruit has like a really rich, deep purple hue to it, and I love that, so I included that for my mom. Then in the next row, we have the shade Swallowtail. This is a shimmery orange shade, and I named this after our swallowtail butterfly. This is our beautiful orange butterfly with black dots. It's so stunning. I love butterflies as well, and this butterfly is just one that was always again around the flowers at my aunt's house where I spent a lot of my time. So I really love this shade as well. This one is a little bit more on the chunky side, so it's not as smooth as Feathers. It's a little bit more loosely packed. So if you apply this with your finger or with a sticky primer, that will minimize any fallout, but you can also apply it sheerly. It's just gonna give you more of a sheer wash of color rather than an intense layer. So just keep that in mind. Next to that, we have the shade Tropics, and you can already tell why I named this Tropics. It's a shimmery aquamarine shade that reminds me of the tropics. I mean, the tropics are all about teals, aquamarines, blues. So that shade represents that beautiful tropical hue to me. And it also has a little bit of a yellow gold reflect to it. Very subtle though, but it gives it a beautiful shine. And it has a similar formulation to Feathers, which is that beautiful smooth silky shimmer. Next to that, we have the shade Lagoon, which is a deep, I would call it like a cream to matte powder. This one has more of a creamy feel to it, but it still works really well with like a fluffy brush, or you can go in with a shader brush. It is a deep, intense blue, and I wanted this shade in this palette, again, to help you with depth, but it also represents like the deep blue waters of our oceans and our seas, and I love this shade. It is such a rich navy blue, but it has a little bit of brilliance to it as well. So if you apply this to the lids and then start to share it out or blend out the edges, they blur out into this really beautiful deep teal. So you can wear this as one shadow all over the lid, but then blend it out and it will look like you used multiple shades. So I really love that about this shade. And again, you can use it to deepen up a look. Then we have the shade Hibiscus in the third row. This is a matte, bright red, a cherry red. It reminds me of the hibiscus flowers in Jamaica. Again, I am all about the flowers and the birds, but this red shade is so stunning. It can be used to blend out edges of colors, or you can use it all over the lid. It's a bright cherry red, but don't be too afraid of it because it does blend out into a more muted red pink. So it's a stunning shade, and again, I think it pairs well with the other shades in the palette. Then we have Beach Sands. This is another shimmer shade, and it is a beautiful nudie beach tan shade, and it reminds me, of course, of the beach and our sands, and it's such a beautiful like one and done tan shade on my skin tone. I can apply it for any look to kind of ground the look, or I can use it all over the lid and just go about my business because it just gives a beautiful sheen to the lids. It's a cross between like a chunkier shimmer and the more smooth shimmer of Feathers and Tropics. You just have to apply it over a sticky base or use your finger, but it applies well with just a shader brush. And I love this shade because it has this little bit of interest to it. Even though it's like a tan shade, it has a little bit of champagne and light silver shimmer to it, but it's not chunky glitter at all. It's just a stunning shade. You guys will see once you try it out. And then we have the namesake of the palette, which is Hummingbird. So this one is a beautiful sparkly purple with blue shimmer as well as some teal shimmer, and it was so interesting that I thought this was perfect to represent the hummingbird because they have this beautiful purple and blue hue to their feathers. It's just so glorious to see them in flight. So I thought this is beautiful because it has the blue, that teal, that purple. Stunning. Then in the bottom row we have a beautiful duochrome shade that I could not get over. I would almost lean into calling it a multichrome, but I don't want to like push it. It is such a stunning shade that I had to call it fancy. So it has this beautiful light fuchsia pink base, but then as it shifts, it goes a little bit lime green, a little bit yellow gold, and even a little bit teal blue. So I think this shade is stunning. Once you see this shade in person, oh my god, it's gonna be one of your favorite shades in the palette because it's so mind-blowing. It's so stunning. I couldn't get over it and I had to include it, and I had to just put the fancy on it because it's the fanciest shade in the palette. And then next up we have another blue because you guys know I love blues. I had to include a shimmery blue. So this one is an interesting shade because it looks a little bit purple in some lights, but it looks sparkly and blue in others. It's a stunning deep ocean blue with a little bit of purple shimmer, and it has a little bit of teal shimmer to it as well. So it gives this glow on the eyelids, and I absolutely love the shade. This is like my perfect version of a shimmery blue. It's so multi-dimensional while not being like a duochrome or multichrome. It's just so sparkly and beautiful. And then the final shade, which has a hummingbird embossed into it, is Clear Blue, which is a beautiful matte clear sky blue, and that's why I called it Clear Blue. It reminds me of the beautiful clear blue skies that we have in Jamaica and our clear blue beach waters. It's just so stunning. That's why I named it Clear Blue, because it's a sky blue shade. That's what I'm wearing on my inner tear duct. You can use it to just liven up a look. You can add it as a wash of color. You can add it to your inner tear duct, or you can use it all over the lid and use the deeper blues to add a little bit of dimension. It's just a stunning color, and you can also use it to blend out edges of colors. And there you have it. Those are the 12 shades in my Hummingbird palette. And I am so in love with this color story, guys. And I have so many fun looks coming up. I already did 4 looks for this palette, but I can do more in case you guys are interested. I just want to see what you guys do with this if you do pick it up. Again, it's going to be $27.90, and our launch date is September 20th. So you have a little bit of time to plan. It is September 20th, which is a Monday, and I will post the time because I'm not sure what the time is. And even though this is limited edition because it is a collaboration, there will be tons and tons of palettes available. So I wouldn't worry too much about the exact launch time because you will be sure to be able to get your hands on it. And they did say that if they sell out and there is enough demand, they will do a restock. Now, one thing that I want to mention quickly, even though we won't go in depth in this video, is that in addition to my palette, there are 2 other creators that are involved in this collaboration. So we have Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. She is of Norwegian descent, and she has her own reveal video. I will link it down below, and also her channel so you can check her out. She's into indie makeup and bold, colorful looks, so definitely go check her out. And we also have Judy. She is living in New Zealand, but she is of Chinese heritage, so definitely check out her channel as well as her reveal video. But I will be doing looks and videos with their palettes as well. So if you're interested in picking this up and you enjoy the color story, then rest assured that you should be able to get your hands on this with ease. So it will be available through the ODEN'S website. I will leave them linked below, and they do ship to the majority of countries. So if you wanted to get your hands on it, you definitely can. And remember, included with the palette is the scarf. So again, 27.90 euros, you get the scarf and you get the palette, and there are 2 other palettes included in this entire collection. So if you were interested in checking them out, you can check them out as well. One thing that I'll note though is that discount codes will not be applicable to this collaboration and this collection. You can use my discount code on anything else on the website, but it just won't be applicable to these specific palettes. So hopefully you guys are excited. Hopefully you guys are interested in this color story. I hope you guys like it, and I want to see your looks. If you pick this palette up, definitely tag me. Show me your swatches, show me your looks, because I want to see how creative you guys get with this color story. It is a colorful palette. It definitely is bold and fun, but I think the colors are muted enough that you guys can get really fun looks out of the palette without being too loud or in your face. So if you're afraid of color, you can still make this palette work for you. And I will be sharing looks again, and you will see other looks coming out from other creators, hopefully. And if you want to see more looks, so I have 4 looks coming up. If you want to see me do more looks, you know what? I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to do more looks because it's my palette and I'm going to have fun with it. So you're going to see this included in tons and tons of upcoming videos. So stay tuned for that. But let me know what you guys think. I am so excited. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't. Okay, all right, I think I'm done here. I will leave all the details down below as well. I'm also going to link my Instagram and Twitter, and you should go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and also follow ODEN'S on Instagram, and you can see the different launch photos and the models. Oh my god, they did such a great job. It's fantastic, so definitely stay tuned. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and just joining me in this journey, because it's my first collaboration and I am so excited. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.